Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Hey cuties! Happy Sunday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys are gearing up to barbecue and spend some time with your family. Shout out to the cutie crew. Shout out to the cuties. Shout out to those of you that are watching from the bushes, as well as the cutie mods. I see BLS in the building. Hey, BLS. Hope you're well. Miss seeing you. Look, shout out to everybody that was in that Let Loose Lounge last night. Shout. I am still tired. Okay. I almost didn't make it to this live. I said, if I don't go ahead and do this recap early, they probably won't see me to Tuesday. I won't be live tomorrow, guys, but I may have some videos geared up or something. We shall see. But anyway, thank you guys that joined the Let Loose Lounge last night. We had a time. I'll be at Aunt Debbie's Alcohol Anonymous meeting. My favorite tequila is Senor Rio, and it's so smooth. And I poured a little too much, and you know, with it being so smooth, you don't know how it's gonna hit you until it hits you. But thank goodness, child, I was in the comfort of my home. I wasn't out there like old Despicable Maurice Scott. We shall get into it, but thank you guys again for joining me. Please hit the like button. What happened with Linda, child? G Squad, Linda Gamble. What Linda Gamble do, child? Let me quit being nosy. Hey, Z Frenchie. Guys, I will say hello to each and every one of you at one time. Yes, Althea. You been sick? Oh my goodness, I hope you're feeling okay. But I'm glad you were able to catch a live as well. Hey, Samantha. Samantha ain't no joke, child. That Let Loose Lounge, baby, Aunt Debbie cut up. That's all I got to say. Aunt Debbie cut up at the end of that doggone Let Loose Lounge. But let's go ahead, guys, and get into this recap of Love and Mirror Huntsville Season 8, Episode 4. We also got some Huntsville happenings. Some Huntsville happenings. Oh, Gloria, you say, ooh, child, I didn't call your government. I think it is. I think you changed your name before. I'm not even going to say who I'm talking to. That way won't nobody know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this live recap. I will say, though, for me, the majority of that episode last night was a snooze fest. A snooze fest. That's just it. That's all. I don't know what plans they got for this show, but if it stays along the lines of that, it's a wrap. Go ahead and wrap that shit up in a bow, and just it's over. But anyway, let's get started. The first scene, and let me remove the comments so you guys can see these pictures. Hey, Kimberly Anthony from the Shy. Yes, stay safe, guys. Especially when it comes to being out on the road. This is the 100 deadliest days, the stretch. As far as drunk drivers, Maurice was one of them, child. So please stay safe. Thank you for that, Kimberly. But in the first scene, we had Kimmy, Tisha, and Destiny. They all met up. Tisha was the first to arrive at Kimmy's office. And I don't know, child, maybe Tisha had somewhere else to go. Because this, look at the screen. The boobs was out. The miniskirt was on. I was just like, my goodness. I think Marsau gave Tisha that freedom a couple years ago, child. And she just don't know what to do. Anyway, Tisha and Kimmy sat down. They want to make sure that their relationship stays intact. They're going to be introducing Marsau to a business project that Kimmy and Maurice has. And Tisha and Kimmy want to make sure that they keep the business separated from the personal. Destiny shows up. She said that Kimmy and Tisha are her girls and have been there for her throughout her divorce and now throughout this betrayal. That was her word when it comes to Sonny and Moses. And, been there through the divorce. I remember Mel being there, child, got a tune of $6,000 or more. But she said Kimmy and Tisha was there for her as well. This is what I just get from Destiny. Destiny gives me needy vibes. I'm sorry. But, she always talk about people that's been there for her. And my question is, has Destiny been there for anybody else? I haven't heard, their time of need. When it comes to Mel, because Destiny started this show as Mel's friend, it seems like Destiny really didn't care what Mel was going through. We remember the village. I need a village. I need a village. And, Mel had her secure, but in my opinion, Destiny could have still been there as a friend. Girl code. We'll get into that in a minute. But they tell Destiny about their meetup with Sonny. Tisha said that she was uncomfortable. Kimmy said that Sonny has been there for her during her cancer journey, biopsies, and all of that. So she's having a hard time with this. But she did say that she does feel like Sonny broke girl code. And she also feels like Sonny was wrong as a producer. Here's something that was shared that I hadn't heard before. But Destiny said that Sonny was let go as far as being a producer. I thought Sonny said she left. I don't know, but that's what Destiny said. But she said that Sonny kept in touch with her. Sonny was texting Destiny, calling her sis and saying, I love you. We know that at one point, Sonny also shared that she too gave Destiny some money. Yes, J28, very needy vibes. Needy vibes. But Destiny went on to share that Sonny's sisters even invited Destiny to a surprise birthday party that they would be throwing for Sonny in Mexico. So Destiny felt like, look, they had to be a little bit more than friends. And then they had to let Destiny know, we spoke with Sonny about that, and Sonny said that people use friend too loosely. They also let Destiny know that they sat down with Mel and they told Destiny that Mel was on her side when it comes to what's going on with Sonny and Moses. For me, Destiny could care less. I think that hatred is now so deep for Mel that she just looked at him like, okay, you know what I mean? But if they would have said Stormy said that or whatever the case may be, I'm sure Destiny would have really, really said kudos to that. She just bucked her ass, child, like she's bucking in the bottom of this picture that's on you all's screen. In Tisha's confessional, Tisha said, due to all of the issues, and I was like, damn, when does Destiny not have issues? But Tisha said, due to all of these issues that Destiny has going on, she's not going to bring up Mel insinuating that Destiny slept with Martel Holt. And in that moment, I just had to say, who said that? In my Portia voice. Who said that? Because this is how I remember. You guys let me know in the chat what you remember. But when they sat down with Mel, Kimmy, and Tisha, Kimmy mentioned girl code as far as Sonny does, and Mel chuckled about that. And when she laughed or whatever, or gave Kimmy a look, Kimmy was like, well, look, it's not like she slept with your man. And what Mel said was, I don't put anything past anybody. So she didn't mention Destiny's name. Mel didn't say that she thought that or insinuated that Destiny slept with Martel. So I'm not sure if Tisha's bringing up that for the drama aspect or what, but that's not what happened. So I was confused. But they spoke on Destiny possibly meeting up with Sonny. At this point, she said, she don't want to do that. And they also asked if she would meet up with Mel. Looked like she didn't want to do that either. It's just Destiny, child. That's all I got to say. But Destiny said, look, they spoke about you need to be cordial. Tisha even said I could be cordial with Stormy in spite of what Stormy said about my husband. As long as she don't throw no jabs, I'm cool. So they trying to pull Destiny around to just being cordial. Destiny ended up saying she ain't got no smoke with anyone. But if they got smoke for her, then she gonna burn the whole MF'er down. That's what she said. Neva P, were you in Let Loose last night? Hey, Neva, I saw your comment on Patreon, but I don't remember seeing you in the chat. But yeah, she said she'll burn that whole MF'er down if somebody got some smoke for her. It is what it is. For me, it's always been like pulling teeth when it comes to Destiny. That's just me. But the next scene was Martel and Nell Fletcher. A whole shit show for me. Just the lies of Martel Holt, But the producers trip me out how they always try to portray Martel. Martel pulled up. They had the camera of him getting out his SUV and how he was dressed and walking into the place. They gonna always try to dress this man up as a ladies' man, or you know what I mean? It is what it is. But Martel sits down and he said, anytime I get a call from you, Nell, it means I'm in trouble. And hopefully this is some good stuff. And Nell was like, well, no, I'm not going to be that easy on you. And then he said, oh, this is about Mel, right? And Nell said, yes, I spoke with Mel. And let me tell you, though, I did tell her that I had a problem with you going to jail. She gonna throw that in there, child. She gonna throw that in there. And in my opinion, the only thing Nell Fletcher should say is, I got a big damn problem with what you did. But now, child, look like you got another problem on your hand. I'll get back to this at the end of the video, but old Maurice was getting let out, and old Lance Fletcher was getting led in that Madison County jail, child. Hey, Tawan, I just saw right before I went live a video of yours of some type of remodeling. I'm going to check it out when I get done, but thank you for stopping through. But yeah, Nell Fletcher with the black men in jail, child, she needs to start with her sons. Keep them boys out the clanker. My goodness. But she said that she, again, spoke with Mel. She didn't like that, Martel had been arrested. But she said that Mel did tell her that Martel put out revenge P on her. And just from this look, Martel's face that's right here on y'all screen, I already knew what was next. I already knew the denial, the lying. Martel is not even a good liar. He's not even a good liar at all. But I knew when he gave it his look, child, I said, here he go. No accountability at all. But now Fletcher asked Martel, why would you do Mel like that? And Martel said, I wasn't going to put out anything. Not one time did I say I was going to put a video, anything out. He said Mel and somebody else said that it was a video. So again, this is playing in our face, guys. We know that Martel sent Mel a screenshot of the video, but his whole defense to this, he going to do the same thing with Chris Fletcher. I'll get to that in a minute, is the part about a video. See, if I could just get out of it, and we know he didn't because his ass was found guilty and convicted, but for the sake of the show, that's what he's going to stick to. I didn't send her a video. Not one time, because if they bleeping out Martel calling Nell a side chick, they could bleep out Ariana Curry's name and all of that. And he know what his baby mama was caught on audio saying, that he wanted her to create that fake page and release Revenge P, which was he and Mel. She said she would have done it if it wasn't Martel in the video. What's also, excuse my French, pissing me off is the producers continuing to let this man just say it was a picture. So he said that to Nell Fletcher. It was a picture. It was a picture. Make that man and whomever else is sitting down with him in these moments, make him answer what was in the picture. Make him say what was in the picture. They focusing so much on the text messages, the text message. All I sent was a text message, and they're not doing Mel any good, if you ask me, that making him say, what was this picture then? Anyway, he shows Nell Fletcher the message. She reads the message, and he said, this was my cry for help, for her to stop bullying me. Then he said, I sent this in 2022, and he's shaking his head and everything, child. I sent this to her in 2022, and she had me arrested in 2024. Hey, Cricket. Martel, what's in the dash? Can somebody let me know what's in the dash? 2022 dash or until 2024? What happened in 2023, Martel? I just said it. I ain't got to repeat it. The baby mama audio said his plot. We also know that that's when Carson Blue came out and said that the girl was asking advice from her. Because Martel mad at me. What should I do? That is the dash. So yes, the text message was in 2022, but that dash in between that time is what led your ass to get arrested, the warrant, get arrested and charged. I don't even care about no appeal. He was found guilty. But Nell said, she do something, you do something. Martel said, no, she do something, she do something, she do something, and then I do something. I can't with him. He just an angel child. He's just an innocent angel. Ain't did nothing, ain't said nothing. But Nell mentioned that, look, you all have 4 beautiful children, and Mr. Man took that. That's right. That's right. That's how he said it. Dude, come on. You have been trying to ruin your children's mother since she got up the guts, the courage, the balls, whatever you want to call it, to leave you. He didn't care about his kids then, and he still don't. But Nell said, y'all gonna F them kids up. And Nell, he gonna F them kids up. He gonna do it. He's been doing it. And thank goodness they have a mother, Nell. You should know this. That's your sis. That's your little sister and all of that. You should know that because of her. Because Martel don't think he need therapy. So he felt at one point he and Tank then needed together. Thanks to their mother, they're not going to be effed up by the stuff that their daddy has been doing since she left. Mel has those children in therapy and everything else. But Nell mentioned what she got going on with Lexi, what she's been going through. And she said it's been 30 years. And she said she hasn't done anything. This is how Mr. Man disrespected her in her face. Martel laughed all in Nell Fletcher's face. Because he know she's sitting up that line. And he said, you ain't did nothing. And she said, she hasn't. He then said, and this is what tripped me out, why is this picture not changing on the screen for you guys? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Shout out to 504 listening. I got this picture up. Let me put it back up. But on my phone. Am I live on my phone? Maybe that's it. Okay. I think I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Angela Richardson. All right. Let me continue. But he laughed in Nell Fletcher's face. And he said, you ain't did nothing. She said she hasn't. He then said, well, I heard you were a side chick. But they bleeped that out. He either said side chick or mistress. Why did they bleep that out? Why? But Nell said that she wasn't. She said Chris was separated with divorce papers already. And then she said, which I was confused, she left him alone when she found out he was married. So wait, if you got with him and Chris was separated with divorce papers, what was the reason for leaving him alone? He was separated with divorce papers. And that reason for me is the wife. That reason for me is Chris's first wife. We know that she came out and said that her and Chris were indeed married. Nell Fletcher called her, like a lot of other side chicks do, child. They get up the balls to call the wife. But she let Nell Fletcher know, yes, we are married. And Nell Fletcher said she was going to fall back. Look, they are married now, been married for 30 years. So it is what it is. But Martel says, so y'all was connected at one point and you had to leave him alone after? You found out after he was married? She said yes, but she also said she left him alone. That's why I'm confused. And I'm really not confused. I'm just confused because it's on this show. I'm not confused. Because, look, the wife spoke. Ex-wife. Ex-wife is happy. I don't think, she's happily remarried. I don't think she would just come out and say whatever. She spoke her truth. That lady said she was praying with Nell Fletcher and every damn thing. But let's just say Nell was an unsuspecting side chick. Any of you guys believe that? Like, is that possible? Again, I don't, just from Nell Fletcher's choice of words right now and the wife's. But anyway, let's see. But she did say, according to the wife, that she was going to leave Chris alone. Now, we discussed this in Let Loose Lounge last night. We also remember the wife saying that Chris Fletcher came all the way to Mississippi when she did leave and made his wife come back to Alabama with him. So anyway, Nell said in her confessional that she is not a mistress. A mistress is the side chick that Martel had, coleslaw. And Nell Fletcher, for me, you should have said that too. Martel Holt's face while he was sitting there laughing in your face. Say it to that man, to his face, with your chest. But I did like what she said right here. She said that, this is serious to her, and Martel is treating this like it's a game, like he's treated his wife and his life. That I gotta give her kudos. Martel has most definitely, and that's why he's in the, situation and place that he is in life right now. He did treat his wife and his life as a game. So yeah, but Nell Fletcher say she not having that. But she let Martel know that she got this birthday party coming up. She's invited Mel and he is not invited. Martel didn't give a damn. He said, okay. And then in his confessional, he said that don't nobody want to be at a 60-plus-year-old's birthday party. You don't have to invite me just to uninvite me. So, again, Martel don't give a damn about nobody but Martel. Hey, LaDawn, I see you. Shout out to the Cutie Mods. Let's go ahead and get to this scene, guys. The next scene was Marsau, Maurice, the Know-It-All brothers, the Scotts child, and Moses. They spoke on the whole side chicks of it all. Maurice said he's dealt with rumors of Kimmy being a side chick. They trying to warn old Moses of the effects that this can have on Sonny. Maurice said again, he dealt with rumors of Kimmy being a side chick. And Maurice, I think you need to go ahead and take that up with your brother Mark and your ex-wife Kiowa, because they are the ones that sat down really before all of these different content creator channels and all of that, before they were formed. It was Mark, Scott, and Kiowa that said Kimmy was a side chick, and it was also Martel Holt. So while you guys are sitting there warning him about content creators, y'all can start in-house with your friend Martel Holt, as well as your family, your brother. Don't blame it on the fans. Moses is not worried at all. He just don't give a damn. He said they prepared, they talked about it and all of that. Marsau went as far as comparing Moses to Martel, as far as just thinking that Moses does not realize how this is going to blow up. Another interesting part for me in this sit down is Marsau saying that he almost lost his marriage. Now, Marsau, you on a reality show, and I find it odd that we don't know what you almost lost your marriage for. Surely it wasn't the fans. Surely it wasn't that big back picture, because you and Tisha have been together for quite some time. Why? What happened where he almost lost his marriage? And I think that's been, hey, Regina B, that's what's been behind the scenes. Tisha and Marsau has been able to profit, in my opinion, since this show started, and keep the focus off of their reality while they're on a reality show. And yeah, we'll just talk about Mel and Martel. Something deeper is going on other than fans, where, yes, Twan, the 20 women chat that Martel said. Somebody else, I'm not sure if it was in Let Loose Lounger members only, but somebody else even mentioned that text message that Martel sent Tisha. That's when he was still with Mel, saying that Marsau was cheating. But anyway, they want to blame it on the fans, child, the mellow meters and everybody else. Marsau and Tisha know exactly what's going on. And again, I don't expect anybody to just come out here and blow up the spot with everything. But for me, when you are on a reality TV show, yeah, you should have to give the folks some reality. Okay. We're going to continue on. This is where the snooze fest really, really started for me. I'm sorry. Stormy, Courtney, Tisha, and Ken, they're not doing it for me. It's boring. I'm not saying this to hate. I promise you I'm not. It is boring. And let me say this. Prayers most definitely going up for Tisha losing loved ones back to back. Prayers going up to her. But if you are, this is to Carlos, the producers, or anything else, if you are introducing a new couple, they need to come out with a bang. And they're not. They are just blah. I'm sorry. This is what? That was episode 4. Was episode 3 the first time they introduced Tisha? I don't know. I think it was. I think she came in on the 3rd episode. I don't know. But she's just blah. Ken is just blah. Their relationship is just blah. The whole storyline is boring and blah. That is no hate. That is no shade. It's just not enough to hold my attention at all. You know, even when you're looking at Tisha and she's talking to other people, it's a sadness there. It's a sadness. That's just for me. Yes, Twan said, I wish she would open her mouth and speak. I don't know if she got braces. I don't know if it's new veneers. I don't know if that's how she talks. Her jaw seems stiff. It's just, I agree, Twan. And we talked about that the last time she came on our scene. But this is how I know that it's not just me. It's not just a lot of us that's been talking about this. I follow OMFG Reality TV on Instagram. And they will have clips of the episode on their Instagram page. There is not one clip, as of this morning, of the scene with Stormy, Tisha, Ken, and Courtney. That said a lot to me. This is someone that, feeds their channel information on what happened during the episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and even they didn't take the time out to upload that scene at all. The scene was too damn long. We discussed this last night. It was really like looking at a soap opera. They had this weird music going on in the background and all of that. It's just dry. I'm sorry. Ken said that Tisha bullied him at first and all of that. Somebody last night said Tisha is monotone, no excitement, no nothing, and that's it. Bingo. That's it. But it was boring. And I'm just not, I'm not, my attention is just not there. That's all I got on that. That's it. They met up at the gym and, they talked about, let me say this. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to move on. I do think that, and this is just me, I think the whole relationship is made up. I don't know for sure. I would probably have to go through Trisha's Instagram page, but the connection is Tisha said she went to school with Courtney. Ken, popped in somehow. I think he moved there, whatever. She also said that Stormy did her hair. But even Tisha and Ken as a couple is blah. I'm just sorry. Shayla said she would rather watch paint dry. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. And Carlos is just self-sabotaging his own damn show. This is not no Real Housewives of Atlanta or nothing else. I can guarantee you guys this, with the new ladies that's coming on the scene on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I bet you they come out with a bang. We coming with sad stories and again prayers going up, the passings of loved ones, and the mister that they really can't talk about, but they gonna keep mentioning. She did say that she's still married though. She did say that. So Ken is a sad dude. That's what he is. But yeah, that's all I got on that, child. Next up was Mr. Martel and Chris Fletcher. And it was Martel further playing in folks' face. That's just it. I had another screenshot of them. It's not that deep. That's just it. That's all. They met up at Martel's investment property. Chris even said later on, yeah, I can list this or whatever. But anyway, Chris let Martel know that he didn't appreciate him calling Nell Fletcher a side chick. And he said that she was not one. Martel said, you're lying. You was married when you met Nell. Chris Fletcher tried to come with the same thing that Nell said. I was separated. I was separated and she ain't no side chick. You know, is what it is. I'm not going to stay on that too much. But Martel said, define sad chick. And what Chris should have said was your baby mama. She was definitely one, okay? But anyway, Martel then started to lie. Chris asked about, what's going on with Mel, and I heard that you sent a video. With them saying video, guys, for me, that is an out for Martel. That is the producers giving Martel an out. Because we know Martel didn't send the video to Mel. We know he sent the screenshot. So I just found it odd that they keep saying video, because guess what? They know Martel could say, I ain't sent no video. But Martel did tell Chris in this scene it was a picture only. He wasn't threatening to show it, but you sent it. He said that he was being bullied heavily. Keywords, bullied, all of that. Chris said, give Chris the kudos here. What was the picture? Martel looked stupid and guilty. Martel is not a good liar at all. He just started looking stupid and stuttering. Chris asked him, was anybody naked in the picture for them to be able to issue a warrant? It had to be something. And that's when Mr. Man Martel just started lying. Martel started lying. What did Martel say? Did he say the courts do lie? Yes. No. Yes. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to remember. But he said the courts do lie or something. Put it in the chat, child. But one thing that the courts got right was that conviction, was that warrant, subsequent arrest, then conviction. He was found guilty. Again, domestic violence, 3rd degree harassing communication. So in a nutshell, Chris was letting him know, you wouldn't have been able to be, the courts don't lie. Thank you. The courts don't lie. And he was absolutely right. And I got that right here. He said, but I put the courts do lie. Martel said the courts don't lie, and he had that part right because they didn't lie. And that's why they convicted him. But basically, Chris was really, really just trying to let him know there's no way in the world, dude, that they would have picked you up for something that you didn't see. Martel is slow, not smarter than a 5th grader. And he thought with him deleting that picture immediately that would remove it on Mel's end. It didn't. She took it in, and here we go. Here we go. So I just cannot. He's a habitual liar. And again, he's just not even a good one at all. Next scene, child. Destiny Payton showed up in her freakum dress. Do you hear me? Destiny baby had on the gloves, the leather jacket, the boobs was sitting up and out. The dress was a little fitting and tight. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but Moses looked her up and down. When Destiny walked over to that table, old Moses looked her up and down. Now, I will say this though, guys. Even though Moses busted himself out in this scene. I don't know if you guys caught it. We discussed it last night in the Let Loose Lounge. He said we, meaning he and Sonny, had Destiny's best interests at heart while Sonny was Destiny's producer. That's busting himself out. The man said it out of his own mouth. We discussed that it is what it is. So even though that was said and all of the above, the fact is, and I'll go ahead and give Marsau from his Dustin interview, got a little more of that coming. I'll go ahead and give him this. He was correct. Moses and Sonny chose each other, no matter what. They chose each other. They did put themselves out here to be scrutinized and all of that. And they are married. The end. I've always said that Destiny should not have even came back on the show, period. This is the only thing that brought her back. Nothing going on with her life or anything else made them ask Destiny to come back on this show. No, it was the triangle of it all. Shout out to Good Bad Apple. She mentioned that last night. She says she don't give a damn about none of them in the triangle. That is Destiny, Sonny, and Moses. But that's the only reason why Destiny came back, and I would not have, because the man is married. But look, Moses is a walking and talking huge red flag for me. That's just it. That's all. You know, he's a player. Okay. But there isn't any pity from me, from the majority, for Destiny. We said this before. If we are really talking girl code, when it comes to friendships, Destiny had none when it comes to her standing by her friend. She chose Martel. She chose the man that will send, screenshots and all of that. She chose him. A proven AB user. Proven. Yeah, he talks slow, Twan, but he's still a slickster. He's a slickster. But that's really that on that. I'm not going to do too much with this whole scene. I do think that Sonny was able to look over those red flags when it comes to Moses. And all over social media, Instagram, Twitter, there's a whole lot of people feel the same way, that the man is a red flag, walking red flag, that, the timeline wasn't too clear, all of the above, but, that is Sonny's business. That is her husband. I said this before and I'll say this again. Destiny was so worried about where Mel's bones were buried that old Moses slipped right under the cracks and was burying his bone in Sonny child. Got to be more careful, okay? Got to be more careful. That's how it ended. That's how it ended. We'll get more of Destiny and Moses next week. We will also get, let's see. We'll see Melody, Cherie, and Shanita. I cannot wait. I had to cackle because in their preview, Mel was talking about how Shanita wants to continue to try to hook her up with folks. Now, we do know that Shanita, I wonder if it's the guy that had missing side teeth. But Shanita had hooked Mel up with somebody that had to be a billionaire. I think he was buying helicopters and all of that. And, was going to send Mel a whole lot of roses, $12,000 worth of roses. And Shanita was like, no, let's do something else with that money. I don't know. I don't know what they did with the money. Did they give it to Mel child? But anyway, in this preview, this is what they were laughing about, because Mel was like, look, he missing the whole side teeth. Okay. You got to do better than that. Also, next week, we will see what I'm just thinking is another made-up storyline in the soap opera of it all, that is Tisha and her possible connection to Martel. It's not giving authentic to me. It's not giving authentic to me. I will say, though, in this picture, child, Tisha is smiling. She is smiling. I ain't seen her smile this hard around Ken, child. But I think this made up. We shall see. You guys know we will look closely to get some details. We will also see Sonny and Moses, child. And their conversation is what? None other than Destiny. None other than Destiny. So for me, I rated this episode last night in our Let Loose Lounge. I think it was a 3. That's about it, But we'll also see the birthday party as well. Sorry, I don't have that clip. I'm going to make a meme out of Mel dancing in the background, minding her business. But yeah, that's that on that, guys. But we're going to go ahead and get into some Huntsville happenings. And before I do that, let me read a couple of you all's comments. Shout out to you guys, 730 currently joining me. If you can, hit that like button for me. Let me see. Why Trish talk like her jaws are wired? I don't know, Kimberly. A lot of people been saying that. Hey, Sandra. Let's see. Let me read a couple comments before I move on to the Huntsville happening. April, you said Destiny gonna ride this Woe Is Me train on out into the sunset, child. Baby. Ooh, child. Woe is me for real. Like Tisha said, that was Destiny going through issues. That's all I've seen of Destiny since she started loving Mary Huntsville. You know what I mean? It is the woe is me, the issues that she really can't talk about with LeBerick, and then now this. Sonny and Moses should have stayed off this show, and Destiny definitely should have stayed off this show. Because unfortunately, people will continue to look at what Sonny and Moses, although they are married, look at it in a way. Then they're going to look at Destiny. Some got a little pity for Destiny, but some don't. He's married now. Child. Go ahead on about your business. Do you guys think, before I move on to the Huntsville happening, do you guys think that Destiny was overly dressed to meet Moses? What was all this for, child? Because this was like she was showing up on a date for me. I don't know. Look, if he was just an ex that was not married and I agreed to a sit down with him, ain't nothing wrong with you showing up, looking your best, letting him know what he missed out on and missing out on and all of that. Nothing wrong with that. But baby, you are walking up to the table to a married man. And as I mentioned, the boobs was out. Destiny had on her gloves, child. She got that Fendi, what is that? A Fendi purse, honey. Hair done, nails done, makeup done, everything done for old Moses, child. There was a lot of emotions there, though, before I move on. Yes, Angela, she was doing too much. Yes, April, trying to show him what he missing out on. She did say, I'm still her. And he said, I'm still him. Okay. The real Nikki said she was thirst trapping, child. Trying to get him to leave his wife. It was embarrassing. It was inappropriate, if you ask me. Because, see, I would have had on some J's, and I don't even really dress like that, but some jogging pants, child. All of this, no, sir. He ain't getting all of that because he chose somebody else in spite of the timeline. But these are some of the comments before I move on that was floating around. They said there was a lot of sexual tension between Moses and Destiny. You guys think that? They said it was a lot of chemistry and actual tension between them. They said, I ain't say that, but it was too much. She was doing too much. This was okay. A couple of you guys agree with that. A lot of you guys said no. As I mentioned, he did stare her up and down, but he a man. Nothing wrong with that. He a married man though. But I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have met up with him, and I damn sure wouldn't be on this show. Because no matter what, she's not going to come out. She'll get a little pity for from people that, even me, it wasn't pity, but I still think it was foul. But they married, so I ain't spending my time on it. I do think that it was foul. But that's that with that. We'll see more of that because Sonny and Moses will sit down next week, and Sonny is asking him about what Destiny said, child. What he said. But let's go ahead and get into some Huntsville happenings. Marsau. Mr. Marsau, child, sat down with Dustin. Ooh, Dustin. Dustin is operating #1 off of Carlos's platform. I like Dustin. Let me put it like that. I do like Dustin. Something has changed. And I don't know, he ain't got to come out here and rep. But at one point, Dustin did say he was a mellometer. And all that I've seen thus far is no correction, or not even correction, because people do have a right to their feelings and opinions and all of that, but hey, if you sitting there calling these people a flop, guess what? I'm a part of that too, because I said before I was a mellometer. Dustin did. I still like him. I think he's an awesome interviewer. I do enjoy it, but I did have to go ahead and give old Dustin the side eye, because we know, look, next week somebody else gonna call the mellometers flock. Kimmy said it first. Marsau said it this time. And look, I think they all had a conversation. Let's make sure to call them a flock. Let's say they males flock. Baby girl said Carlos bought his loyalty. Wow. Adrian said Dustin has lost all credibility with me. Oh, wow. Adrian, yes, I will agree with this part. The waters are muddy now. That's what it is. That's what it is. But anyway, let's get into what was said, child. Marsau sat down with Dustin, and he had some things to say. He was calling people deplorable and calling people despicable. He said that, people lack comprehension skills and all of that. But Marsau, this is what is, oh my God, if this isn't despicable, I don't know what is. If this isn't deplorable, I don't know what is. And this is how those blocks just come up from out of nowhere. Here it is, because he and Dustin had their interview before Maurice was arrested. And here it is. This man is going to, Marsau, make sure that he hone in on these key words: deplorable, despicable, talking about the mellometers. And the good Lord said, let me go ahead and make this happen on the day of Mr. Marsau's interview. Yeah, this is deplorable. This is deplorable, Marsau, and despicable. But anyway, I did agree with Marsau as far as what he had to say about Mr. Martel. Marsau, I feel like, is feeling some type of way because remember, Martel came out and said Marsau acts like a female and all of that good stuff. And Marsau said, Martel's actions is him. Excuse me, guys. Martel's actions are him acting like a female. I have to agree with that, but both are correct. Two could be correct in the same time. Marsau, you do have a lot of female tendencies. I'm not going to call you a bi like Stormy did, but you are always the one that comes out and clap back or stick your nose into things and all of that good stuff. Now he's talking down about the revenge piece, said that he is absolutely disgusted by it, and that's why Martel is in this trouble. And something going on with that. Look, I have to agree, it is disgusting, it is deplorable, it is all of the above as far as what Martel Holt has done, but there's been a fracture in that friendship / relationships. But he went on to say, though, that it's just his quest to insult the mellometers. And as I mentioned, that backfired big time. But he said that the mellometers lack comprehension skills. And the only thing that rang off in my head immediately was event. Or, just some of Tisha's choice of words. That's lacking a whole lot of comprehension skills. Comprehension skills that take you back to grammar school, child. Event, all of the above. But again, he's on this quest to insult. And Marsau, we used to that. That's how a lot of us have, that's why a lot of us are here. You've been doing this, No matter what folks choose to say when it comes to the mellometers, baby, they ain't out here in a span of hours getting arrested. They ain't out here putting innocent folks' lives in jeopardy like Mr. Maurice Scott did just this weekend. Maurice, they made him sit there a good 12 hours, and I wish it would have been until Tuesday after the holiday. But like I mentioned at the start of this video, child, as he was getting out, old Lance Fletcher was being led into Huntsville PD. I said yesterday that Carlos King needs to set up shop right there in that parking lot of Madison County Jail, because that's where his folks, people that's on his show as cast members or friends of, or just make appearances. This is Love and Lockup Huntsville. But I will say this, though, to Marsau. Game recognized game. We see what you're doing. And you think that if I come out and say that these people are deplorable and despicable, they just gonna go away. Marsau, for me, something that was so deplorable and despicable was your brother telling his wife, or saying that his wife should just roll over and suffer through it. That was despicable and deplorable. She was sick with cancer at the time, but your focus is on the mellometers. He also said that one lady said that he was lying or he was a liar. And then he turned that into they. See, that's what I mean about them. They. No, that was one lady, Marsau. And this is what I don't like. Stop trying to group the actions of a few fans, because we can pick out a couple from everybody. I've never seen the T-Squad. I don't know where they at. I see they got T-shirts and all of that. But out of any fan base, you can pick out a couple that may go over the limit as far as what you may not do. But that's individual. And it is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of fans out here. So if a lady called you a liar, guess what? That was that lady. But he said it was the mellometers, child. And look, the mellometers ain't lying, because you guys keep giving us the truth. Well, this is the public truth. And even though, I don't discuss the lawsuits as far as, I think I had to bring up Zen Gardens last year because of something else that Marsau said. But, that's really not what my content is about. But even that is the truth. And it's public information. And look, you can go on YouTube. My backup channel may be focused on court cases, not from these people, but just, trending court cases that's hot in the press and all of that. It is millions of content creators that have channels like that. It just so happened when it comes to the things that's in their past and future and present, child. This part of YouTube talks about it. There's nothing deplorable about that. But he would want people just to, we have been able to get away with not bringing up our real life, and y'all get some business. Don't talk about none of that. Don't talk about none of that. So what it is, he's mad because what's in the dark, child, comes to light. That's just it. That's all. But let me say this. Where are my pictures? Shout out to Melody Cherie. Melody Cherie had her performance yesterday. Shout out to the content creators that were there. But Tea Talk with Your Girl was there. I saw I don't know if it was a post on Instagram or a thumbnail on YouTube, but they got to, Prince of Peace was there too. They got to ride in the Sprinter and all of that. But this was Mel yesterday at her performance. This is her and her dancers. It seems like a good time was had by all. Also, there is a video of Mel and Miss Van and a couple other people dancing together. I really enjoyed that. Again, for me, when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, this is Black excellence on and off the show. But child, we get Tisha and Ken. We get Destiny and Moses, and they shouldn't even be there. Not for this story. So, it's a whole lot that they could focus on. I ain't gonna say it no more because I'm just not. It's like beating a dead horse and just being on constant repeat. That's what it is. But let me read some of you guys' comments. I'm still slightly hungover from last night, so I'm going to read some comments. Debbie, let me know. Again, happy Memorial Day to you guys. As I said in Let Loose Lounge last night, I hope you guys said it at the start of this video too, but I hope you guys, really, really hone into the meaning of Memorial Day. Remember your loved ones, enjoy their memories, and get with your family and just enjoy. Let's see. I'm gonna read a couple comments and I'm out of here. Who? BLS? He looked like Shrek in that picture. Marsau, let me go back to the picture, child. This one right here. Ooh, child. Look, the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs brother absolutely looks like Shrek, and they look alike. So hey, I ain't gonna say you lying, child. Let's see. Debbie, I was gonna say, I know you're not going live tomorrow. Are you going live today? Honestly, guys, I'm just gonna keep it real. I will get off this live and I'm gonna take me another shower and I'm going to bed for a couple hours. I may go to a casino or something later, but I'm tired. But shout out again. Make sure you hit the like button. Let me read some comments. I see Cheryl Howard in the building. Hey, Cheryl. Yolanda Brown. Yes, she was the potato salad. What about the potato salad? What about the potato salad? Cece said, Marsau is just trying to do damage control. Okay, so you mean as far as what he said about Martel? He and his family have been riding hard for Martel against Mel. It gives he's seen the tape and wants distance. Brittany Janae, why did I look down at my phone and I see Marsau looks like his breath stink? Oh my goodness. Ooh, child. Cece, a lot of people feel that way. Marsau did come out last week and say, I ain't never saw no tape. Never. No pictures or none of that. So, thanks to Martel and that appeal process, child, we may find out who and what if the forensics do their job. What he meant to say was, I've been arrested, my wife's been arrested, my brothers and Maurice could have unalived someone. Family of disgusting deplorables. Name a millimeter that's been arrested. Baby, you better say it, Elizabeth. You better say it. Pot, meat, cattle. Because you are absolutely right. A whole family. True T got a whole lineup, child, of mug shots. And look, we added two more just from this weekend. Let me read you guys. Shout out to Hannah Grace. I did share Hannah's video. If you guys have not seen it, make sure to go and check it out. But let me get this comment off my screen. Not Orange is the New Black, child. Lance was arrested at 7:45 a.m. this morning. No, 6. He was booked at 6:02 a.m. Lance was released at 7:45 a.m. And what Lance was charged with, shout out to those that sent me this on Instagram. Yesterday I had about 15 messages with Maurice mugshot. Today I had about 5 or 6. But Lance's charge is alias warrant, duty upon striking an unoccupied vehicle. Hit and run, child. Hit and run. Now, was old Lance under the influence as well? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, it's a revolving door, Aunt Debbie. It's a revolving door, child. Just last week, we had Destiny. Month or two before that, we had Martel. We know Montez is still in there. This weekend, they was hot, baby. This weekend, they were hot. Maurice kicked it off. And as of yet, the day is still young. As of yet, Lance picked up right where Maurice left off, child. What a hot mess. Now, Fletcher, I think that just my personal opinion, instead of you saying how much you hate black men being arrested, how about sitting your sons down and telling them the things they should do in life and that they shouldn't do in life? And what you shouldn't do is anything that will get you arrested. That's just me. Couple more minutes, guys, and a couple more comments. If you did not hit the like, please hit it for me. He wants male haters to run with those words. That's why he keep repeating them. Absolutely. But Tremel, unfortunately for him, that's been blocked. That's been blocked. There is nothing more despicable and deplorable as somebody that put other people in jeopardy of losing their lives by driving under the influence. I don't give a damn what Marsau say. Nothing, not a video on YouTube is more deplorable than that at all. What Lemonhead did could have hurt or unalive someone. He is deplorable and dangerous. Couple more. That was disgusting when he said that. That's what they want. They want people to, oh my God, get over here and yell and scream and go off and F you, Marsau. Look, Marsau and Maurice, they both think that they are really, really smart. I do remember Mel saying that to Martel, and it just don't work. It don't. They're not smarter than everybody. Marsau really wants to be the top dog of the show. He wants Martel original position so bad he is willing to throw him all the way under the bus. You peeping game, Phyllis. Yes, you are. But look, guys, we are out of here. I just got a notification on my phone. I just wanted to come to you guys with my recap and some Huntsville happenings. Let's hope Maurice gonna sit his earth down. I do believe that the event for Funky Dineva is today, and hopefully he'll stay at home. But I just wanted to bring you guys my recap of the Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 8, Episode 4, as well as the Huntsville happenings of the day. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your family. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. If you out here partaking in a sip or two, call a Uber, call a taxi, call a friend. But please don't do what Mr. Maurice Scott did. Please don't. But I'll chat with you guys, if not tomorrow, Tuesday. We'll see. I'll see how tomorrow evening is looking, and I may be back. If you did not, and thank you guys again for joining me. If you didn't hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out for me. chat with you guys soon. Check out Mel. She's live on Instagram. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat.